Hey yo, what's poppin'? It's your girl Melissa with Monae Media, where everyone has a story. And you are watching live on YouTube and you're listening to SeattleHipHopRadio.com. And this evening, we in the attic.
Mo.
We in the attic.
You in the attic? Is that where we at?
With Unc.
We in the attic.
You know, I've been here a few times. You know, I see you done changed it up.
Yeah, this is my spot.
You always
go on here. This is my spot. I try to create the environment, not so much as
right.
music shit. You know
right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the music shit's not even the common denominator up in here. That's like what we do for playing dominoes, PlayStation, Xbox, all that shit. That's the music shit. Just the environment.
So you do everything. I mean, it's nice and comfortable in here. But before we continue on, can you tell everybody who you are?
OG Baldy Loc.
Yeah, all that.
Super producer Anthony Jerome Alexander, aka Baldy Loco, also known as Old Man Loc and Uncle Funk.
Uncle Funk?
Uncle Funk.
I ain't heard that one. Why you ain't?
That's in the Funk Band.
Oh yeah.
That's
You be on your live every morning.
That's the name of the Funk Band. Yeah. That's a different cat. That's the 56-year-old cat.
You've been around for a while.
Twice.
Ooh.
Some people twice. Some people twice.
So we're live in the attic with Uncle Baldy Loc. You know what? Okay, look. I don't know why you guys today. Look, all of a sudden I just got sweaty. You know what I'm saying? Let me loosen up, get a little comfortable.
Make it hot too.
Look, that's because we doing
Strawberry feels forever. Let me take you. No.
We doing everything right now.
Yeah, let's talk.
So tell where you from? Where were you born? A little bit about your childhood.
I was born in LA, Los Angeles, California. I came to Seattle in 1982, the summer of 1982. After I graduated from high school.
I was 3.
The day of my graduation, my grandparents gave me a one-way ticket to Seattle, Washington.
They didn't say nothing. They just...
My dad was here. Okay, so this is how I ended up in Seattle. After my father got out the Air Force, he went back home to California. Back then they had not the GI Bill, what do they call it? Where they go to school, they pay for you to go to college and all that.
Grants? Or
No. You go to a military school after you So after he went and did his military duty, he came back and he came to the University of Washington.
Okay.
Now, my father graduated with 2 masters and a bachelor. My father was also the first black student body president at the University of Washington.
Oh, wow.
And also one of the first Alpha lines to cross at the University of Washington. So when I got here, I already it was a plan already, you know what I'm saying? So throughout that time, I would come up here every summer, come see my dad.
Okay.
My grandmother raised us with my mom.
Okay.
So I would come up here every summer. So that's why some of you guys, when I tell you, you don't know about the town, because I've been here and I'm twice 3 years older than you. So like I said, 1982, I probably had a cha-cha dance with somebody's mom out there or something. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
That's real talk. I have actually seen Seattle change. Watched the town.
That's why, I got so much respect for you. We have done projects prior to, but we were both a part of Urban Solution Radio. So you're my uncle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look up to you. Like, you always catch me. You know what I'm saying? If you notice or see me doing something wrong, you be like, Momo, I'm watching you.
Where's the lighter? I need a lighter. I'm gonna say this. As an older person, it's hard to take instructions or order from somebody that's you know, younger than you. But I had a damn good time. Like, you had the zero tolerance, like, you know what I'm saying? And the memes and all. So I had a good time with that. I enjoyed that. I'm so proud of you. See, they don't know. You guys don't know, but I'm proud of you. You could have did that a long time ago. But you didn't, and you know we didn't. Nobody did, and it's all good.
I didn't know I had all this greatness inside of me until I just actually was like, you know what? I feel like I'm always doing stuff for everybody else. I'm always pushing everybody else's music. I'm always, doing things for everybody else. The whole time I could be branding myself. I'm putting in all this work for everybody else, but then what about me? It leaves me without.
I'm gonna tell you, if you're a younger person and you get some older people to fight, because you was a newkie, you was one of the youngsters on the block.
And I'm cute.
You know what I'm saying? And you was one of the youngsters. You was one of the youngsters on the block. I wasn't even the oldest. I had a big cousin that's running it. Shouts out to Hodge and Urban Solution.
Yeah.
But you was the youngster. But you got these older cats and people following you. That should say something, because you don't live to get old and stupid and dumb. So we had enough confidence in you to look at you like, okay, Mo,
let me see what you can do.
What we doing? So you know what? Give us something to do. Then that's what it's self-confidence. And I'm proud of you. But there's about me.
And the energy. I know.
I'll get you in the attic on the show.
Okay. So you've been up here since you was 18 years old, back and forth.
Yeah.
Before you was 18.
Yeah.
And so, your grandmother raised you.
My grandmother and my mom.
And your
both
mom.
Grandmothers and both grandfathers. You know what I'm saying? My dad had support. He had a good system. He had a good support team. You know what I mean? For a while, even till I was about 15, 16, I had I didn't understand why my father had left me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't understand that he was coming to do something better, to make a better way. I always felt my dad
just felt like he wasn't never home.
Yeah, I would come here for a while, so I had once I saw and I understood what was going on here and what he was doing, then that's when I prepared myself to come here. Because before I came here, I was prepared. When I knew I was coming here by 18, and I knew in 82, it was a whole different ball game back then. And Seattle was actually, no offense or nothing, but they was like 10 years behind us. So I was prepped.
Yeah.
I was prepped when I got here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I knew where I was gonna go, what I was gonna do, and what I wasn't gonna do as far as those things. So I've been
who was here when you came?
Emerald Street Boys. That's it. Kenny G wasn't even out. Shit, Quincy Jones. Those guys were out. There wasn't nobody with the Emerald Street Boys like that. Wasn't no rap music in 82. Not in Seattle, Washington. No Mix-a-Lot. His ass probably was in 3rd grade or something. Real shit.
Wow.
Real shit. It wasn't the only people here that had anything to do with hip hop was the Emerald Street Boys, and they were B-boys.
And where are they from? I don't know if I've
That
ever...
was James Croons and all those cats. Did
you know them?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
Wyans Croons brothers. Clark, Michael Clark and all those cats. They were youngsters, you know what I'm saying? Tony G, Tony B, whatever his name is, all them cats. They were young, they were the cats. You know what I mean? So the rest of these cats were kids.
So how did you adjust yourself to moving here, and did you just like get straight into jumping in the studio? When did music come into your life?
9.
Really?
Playing in church, playing the guitar in my grandmother's church. Me, Hodge, Tom. Tom was the drummer. Hodge was the bass player. I was the guitar player. My sister was a keyboard player, and then the whole church was the choir. And that was our jobs till I played in the church till I was like 27.
Really?
Even when I went back and forth to home, them guys stopped.
And then even here too?
A little bit here, a couple of times at McKinney's church, Kent McKinney's name, a couple of times I played. But
so y'all got music in your blood.
Yeah.
You know?
So I stuck with it. I don't know why I stuck with it.
I mean, you're good at it.
I tried. I stuck with it. Hodge kind of stuck with it because he was DJing for a long time, and he was my DJ.
Yeah.
So you see how it all went. But back then he was into other shit also too. Like he always been an entrepreneur. You know what I mean? That's always been his. Now he never just stayed focused on one thing. He's always been like that. So you know, after the music thing, I'm doing something else, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Put this shit up. I'm gonna move on to this. That's what he did. You know
yeah. So he moved around a lot, but you always stuck to doing the music.
Every time I went back home, the high school I went to, when I went to high school with all of Bobby Womack's kids, the kids from the Gap Band, Lonnie Simmons Jr., all of them, fucking Flea, Anthony from Red Hot Chili Peppers. All of these cats went to our school. At lunchtime, they would, you get the right guys together, you got a dope show at lunchtime. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it manifested into, actually the guys that I'm in the band with now, the funk band, some of us went to high school together.
Really?
George Clinton's son, Bobby Womack's son, Charlie Parker's son, all of these cats. So we all, you know, and it just stayed. It was always something. It was a high.
I mean, that would be fun. I know when I was in high school. I mean, they had like the drill team and stuff, but like nobody to where, you know, and that's.
I need a lighter. I need to smoke with you how we do it.
And that's a.
You got a lighter?
I don't know.
It's on your right.
You. I don't want to say as I'm more so afraid, but you know, of the younger generation, you know, like they're kind of like, you know, afraid to be themselves and voice themselves,
Right.
and
Right. So this generation, they don't have an identity. They're fad. They've been conditioned in market. You know, like if this is not what's in, and you're not following what's in, then you're not cool.
Right.
Now back in our days, that was called biting. If you sounded like him, you was biting his style.
Yep.
So we didn't have rappers who sounded alike. Nobody, and that was the objective, not to sound like so-and-so, because you didn't want to bust on stage and everybody go, oh man, you sound like Dougie Fresh, or you sound like so-and-so, you sound like so-and-so. Well, somewhere along the line, it was somewhere before our eyes, they flipped the script to where, oh, if you don't sound like so-and-so, you're not in.
Right. Right.
So,
and you know, everybody's different, and it also has a lot to do with the way that you were brought up, with a structure, you know what I mean? And like you said, you got music in your family, like everybody did music.
Yeah, everybody did music. I come from 2-3 generations. Okay, so in South Central, my grandfathers were partners. My grandmothers was partners. My mom and dad grew up together across the street from each other.
Really?
Well, my grandpas was partners. Before it was mom and dad, it was grandma and granny. You see what I'm saying?
And
so
everybody
they was
knew
homies,
everybody.
Yeah, so my grandfathers ended up going out with my grandmas. They got married. So this set had my dad, this set had my mom. So they got together. So our family structure has been in South Central. Yeah, all the way.
Strong.
Hodge, mom, them, all of us. Our whole family has been like that. So it's always been that way. At the same time, we had gang violence.
Yeah,
and it was
LA.
only 2 men in our family, my dad and my 2 grandpas. My dad was here, it was our 2 grandpas. The rest were women. So they kind of had not a hard time. You know, it was me, Tom, and Hodge here, but it was a struggle. You know what I mean? It was difficult. It was difficult. You know, it was kind of difficult. We did get into the gang violence shit and all that shit and come out of it. You know, early. That's what happened with me here. By the time these cats was getting into that shit, I had already did that shit, was doing it, paid my dues. I knew the whole course about that. So by the time it became something here, it had played out to me. I was never nobody who didn't hang out, so I knew all of these cats. They all knew where I was from, so I was able to maneuver and move around and do what I do because they knew it was authentic. I had been doing that when I came here. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You was already established.
Our hair was way down here. You know what I mean? It wasn't great perm.
I remember.
Time, you know
I remember.
mean?
You see what shirt you got on, Boys in the Hood. You are listening to SeattleHipHopRadio.com, and you are watching Monae Media on YouTube. And so look, I got this. You got this. We got this. Everybody got this. Shout out to Tyrus. He gave me this shirt when I went and interviewed him a couple weeks back. So thank you. Red looked good on me, I think.
You good with sponsors? Let's say Deucey's Detail Lounge.
Go ahead.
Serious to get. Hey, Deucey. Yeah. Talking about coochie.
And I think he's at Liberty Park right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Doing the bodega, the traveling
the bodega, you know. Get you a little luxury, you know. I be feeling good. I be walking in, everybody be like, oh, I love your purse. I be like, here's a card. My homeboy went to New York, brought back, he got all kinds of stuff. He got a bodega of stuff.
He does.
You know? And having things like with you and on you, branding, you know, when you have something that other people like, you know, they're going to be attracted to you. You know what I'm saying?
Ruger, Smith & Weston, and stuff like that.
Yeah. This is all branding. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like he says, like, there has to be something about you. You know what I'm saying? That makes you different from the rest, that makes you stand out, you know? I mean, it doesn't have to be, but I'm just saying. I never tried to be a
follower.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You see that. I'm stubborn.
You are.
And that's just,
you are.
I can't be no passive old man. I got to be a stubborn old man.
Well, you heard that. You heard that.
And that's like, not by nature. That's just by, the way of the world. That's what, you know, the experiences I've been through.
Exactly. So, with you talking about experiences, tell us about an experience that you had with, I don't know, with somebody you've done business with, or just, you know, something that could teach us something.
A good experience?
It could be whatever you want it to be.
Check this out. So.
He ready. He's going to talk about.
This is some good shit. Because it's about, listen.
Yeah.
So I have a friend that's still my friend today. Mm-hmm. We've been friends since 7th grade. His name is Meech Wells. Cecil Womack, Meech Wells, Mary Wells' son. Mm-hmm. Bobby Womack's nephew, then whatever.
Okay.
Me and him grew up all these years. Now, at the same time, even me coming back and forth to Seattle, also tied in with Wojak, Criminal Nation.
Oh, I got my gym.
Right.
Trip.
So, Meech, he ended up producing all this shit for Snoop, Shaq, all of this shit, triple platinum and all this. And this is my guy. Him and Wojak never know each other. So I take Wojak on a trip to LA. We drive down. We go to my buddy's house and sit there playing dominoes. So they conversate and get to know each other. They ask each other, what's your grandma name? Where you from? It hits me like, oh shit, your last name is Womack and his last name is Womack. Come to find out, they have the same grandmothers. They're cousins.
Wow. And didn't know it.
And we're like 30 years old at this time.
Wow. Wow.
They both did music. They both do music. They called their grandmother, and she was like, "Yeah, y'all don't know each other. Like, what is going on? Real talk. Oh yeah, that's your daddy's brother's son.
Right.
Like, oh,
your dad's brother's. Damn.
Yeah.
First cousins, not second
not
cousins,
first,
not third. Oh.
Not second cousins, none of that. They was first cousins.
That's what. Yeah.
So that was a good experience. I mean, I can't tell y'all no bad shit. I can tell you some bad shit. No more. We can tell them some bad shit.
I mean, let's not. You know, we gonna keep it all the way Gito. So I'm looking at this guitar.
What's that?
You have a band.
Right.
Called
the P Union.
Okay.
Right here. Boom. Where you at? Let me show you. Zoom on.
I mean, you could play
just
something
the album
too.
Cover and shit for just the artwork. We just sent it to the manufacturer.
Actually,
that. Don G. He's the one pressing it up. Shouts out to Don G.
Yeah.
Sioux City. Yeah, he's manufacturing our CDs. So I just got this. You know.
So that's all the
info. This is for the.
How many songs is on there?
I think it's 14, 10, 12. I don't know. Is it 13 songs on it. Yeah, since 13. I'm not playing up there.
Oh, okay. He said he ain't playing nothing. It's
show.
all good though.
Talking.
You know. So the guitar. Tell us about the band. Tell us a little bit about the band. Things that you guys have done. Events that
This guitar ain't got shit to do with band.
Oh, okay.
No,
So you don't play the guitar?
I do in the studio and stuff, but in the band, I don't play the guitar. I have another
Can you
role.
play a couple strings for us?
I have a collection of guitars.
Can you play a couple strings for us?
This guitar, my dad got me this guitar.
He did.
I have a collection, yeah. You know, I have some at the office.
Yes,
Remember?
yes,
The French
yes.
ones and all those. I don't know. I used to play for my grandmother when she was sick.
Did you?
Yeah, what do you want me to play for you? Want me to sing to you?
No, you know.
Huh?
I don't know if you guys can hear this.
I want to play you a lullaby.
I just think it's dope. It's cocaine white. You guys don't know Unc is funny, okay? He don't be playing around.
Oh, sorry about that. Hey, but I have a collection of guitars. Like I've been collecting them for a long time.
How many do you have? I'm surprised you don't got them up
14.
in the attic.
14.
You don't get those hanger things that hang that you can hang them up on the wall. 13. That's a lot. 14. All
These I
different
play
colors,
these, right? The ones I don't play are the ones that's down here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Put up one,
So tell us about the P Union.
The P Union consists of. We're a super band. We are the shit. Like Canada try to say, we're the best. Fuck you, we're the best. No, the P Union consists of the guys, some offsprings of some famous people.
Okay.
I'm probably the least famous guy in my group, actually.
Really?
I am. Yeah, I am. Yeah, they all come from music royalty. You know, the Bobby Womack's, the George Clintons, Charlie Parkers. You know what I'm saying? Different.
I mean, well, you must be that good, though. You know, you.
Finally, all of this time from high school, they finally felt I had to prove myself. We were always friends and kicking it, but they finally felt at this time now.
So did you have to do like a test or like a and so what was your initiation? Okay.
I kind of think I just got put in there to fill in the gap. Actually, not really. They finally felt I had proven myself. You know what I'm saying? When I would go home, I go home all the time. I always had access to the studios and stuff, so I would go home and do my shit, what I brought from here and take it there, you know. And those guys would always sprinkle me a little bit here, a little bit there, and do their thing. And finally, one day, they was like, "Hey, man, we need you to do this. This is what's up. We're putting you in this band. We're putting this band together. George Clinton wanted us to do this. This is what we're gonna do. This is your role." So that's where
Okay, so where have you? I'm sure you guys have performed.
Oh yeah, we were doing a whole bunch of stuff. Hey, go to at Old Man Loc for my Instagram, or Baldy Loc on YouTube, or go to punion.com. You can see the shows, all the shows. We're in the middle of a tour when the COVID shit hit. They just shut us down.
Where were you guys at?
We were still in Cali at that time. I was in Cali. Remember, because I left. Oh, you had left, but I had left too before.
Well, I had a whole surgery. Okay, I went too far. You know what I'm saying?
You need a compensation over there at that job.
Fuck that job. But so what is your favorite part about performing when you are with Pete?
When I'm with the P Union, it's kind of like playing safety or center. If you playing center on the basketball team, all you got to do is get the rebounds. If you playing safety on the football team, all you got to do is stop these dudes from getting into the end zone. Nobody gets behind you. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's a confidence. I know the dudes around me, they got confidence in what I'm doing, and I sure the fuck got confidence in them, because I know they're much better, talented, and skilled. So if they got that faith and confidence in me, I got it in them. I can just do my thing. probably the best situation I've been in. You know what I'm saying? I've been producing. We did all this shit in Canada for 3 years, around all of this shit. This is probably the best situation that I felt complete. Like
no issues,
no dramas. Everything's unconditional. You know what I'm saying? Because the common denominator is not music. The common denominator is the friendship. Commodity. It's not the music. The music was the bonus part. We all just happen to be able to do that.
And you know, let's kind of touch on that a little bit, about people that you are working with and the relationships that you have, and that bond.
When you're rolling joint to this one while we talk about this. Hey, is that okay?
You know, not necessarily so-called beef, but you know, the relationships that you have with people that you're working with, and you can have a relationship with somebody and be cool, but you may not always be able to work with them because of the way that they work. You know, you guys just don't vibe together.
And some people, I try to tell them. So sometimes I'm so talented that if there's a demand, not to toot my own horn, and I tell these little motherfuckers that's dope, I tell them, look, man, this shit is not gonna work. Nephew, we need to just kick it. Unc, I need you to do this. No, bro, this is gonna ruin our relationship, our friendship. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
They don't get that. So sometimes you have to teach a hard head. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta hang out. You gotta get to know people. You know, you can't really always just be like, oh, because you do what you do, you produce, you do all this stuff, and they do music, so they want to work with you because of who you are. But then at the end of the day, you know, y'all might not vibe together, but you wouldn't know that unless y'all hang out together, or you know, go have coffee. That's what I do. I go have coffee, you know, or tea, and have a meeting or a phone conversation with people before I even interview them.
And sometimes they don't get it, you know, and they come back 3 months, 4 or 5 months later after they left here with their mouth poked out or whatever the situation, and be mad, you know, they said a few things they regret later, and then come back, you know what I'm saying?
Apologizing.
And I have to be on that I'm told you so.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the relationships, the people, always try to keep open door policy when it comes to this. I never let this get, you know what I'm saying, in the way of what's going on with the individual. Now this could make it just be the common denominator. You suck, fuck you, and I don't want to fuck with you no more. It's not worth what we going through, you know what I mean? Sometimes it can get to that, but I won't work with nobody if I don't have something outside of this. If we don't have nothing in common besides this, then you know,
and it's the passion that you have in it. Like you are old enough to know that the passion, you know, you can feel when someone is passionate about what they're doing. You can see how their face lights up when, you know, when they're doing what they're doing, or even talking about it. You know, you can tell what people really enjoy doing and what they love doing.
Right.
You can just tell.
Right.
I can feel vibes. I can feel you.
You could also tell like what they put into when it's the get down. Because at some point, if you working with somebody, at some point it's just gonna be you and them in here. You know what I'm saying? And if they know if they on the same page you on, you could dial into that energy, and then you could see what they really is putting into it, or what they not, their individual passion. You know, if they doing it just when they leave here to play it for their homies, or to say, or if the motherfucker say, Unc, let me do that again. Unc, let me do that again.
Well, how many times you need to do it again?
But that's a motherfucker that's passionate, and I appreciate
that. Okay. So that is what you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. If you.
That means you're just trying. You're trying to get it right.
You're trying to get it. It's not. Yeah, you haven't pinpointed it. By the third time, I'm sitting here saying, "Oh, it's dope." No. So that's a person that's really into, like Trey Black. He's really into his shit. He's really.
You could tell by what he talks about.
Yeah. Him and Priceless Game Knowledge, they are really into their shit. Trey Black is really passionate about it, and he's a perfectionist.
And it's for me, this is why I love local music, is because I listen to every single word. I don't listen to the beat. If I vibe to the beat, that's cool. But when it comes to local music, I listen to what you're talking about. I've been in the industry for over 15 years. So a lot of the people that are doing music, not to say, you know, the younger generation, but I could tell by what you're doing in your life and the things that you've been through in your life through your music. You know what I'm saying? And what you talk about.
Right. Some, you know, Seattle got a lot of artists. They got some dope. I've met some of the dopest people I've ever worked with here. Singers, musicians, rappers, dancers. Like Seattle has a lot of
talent.
I don't get it. I don't know. I
Well,
don't get it, but it is here.
And guess what? Monae Media is going to be the one. I have the platform to highlight, you know what I'm saying? Highlight our local talent. You know, I'm trying to build something, you know. I don't see anybody out here trying to get to know the people behind the talent, because Seattle is so big. We have
I like what you're doing, how your approach the whole get down. I like how you took it to the field. You know what I'm saying? How you, I'm telling you, it reminds me of the old MTV Yo Raps. And see, this is my idea with this. How they had the basement. I wanted my attic to be. I want the environment. Here's the thing. The artist could do, if I'm fucking with them, that artist and that producer, they could do what they gonna do. If you put them in the right environment where they gonna feel, this is an environment that is hood. It's not even hood. It's an environment. I don't want the studio environment, all the fancy knobs and all the lights and the mics and all.
Right.
Because that's when you at home, when these artists are creating, or their ideas is coming, they usually rolling down the street, smoking a blunt, playing a beat, hearing a YouTube, playing Xbox with their buddy. Their buddy is YouTube surfing for an instrumental.
We gonna pause on that for a second. So you are watching Monae Media on YouTube, and you are listening to SeattleHipHopRadio.com. Baby.
Monae Media.
Right
here. Aye. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So with that, you know what I'm saying, and I haven't looked at these at all, which is really, really good.
Yeah.
So,
what you been doing?
I've been working, but I've just been enjoying this conversation.
How the fuck you come up with this?
You know, I was laying in my bed for 2 months, you know, after I had my lung surgery. And I did a lot of thinking. You know, my growth I just did a lot of thinking. I got to know myself. I got to know me, because in reality, all the people that I had that were friends or people who, you know, nobody called to check on me. So all I had was me. And to be honest, you know, I got closer to God.
Sometimes you need just you.
You know, and I just really, my whole perspective. And then, you know, when I started working, I couldn't find a job. And then I went to the warehouse. Shout out to Marlon. What's popping? He's behind the camera doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? I went to the warehouse. I couldn't find no job. And then, we must be boring you. But I went to the warehouse, and he made everything that I would say to him about my ideas bigger than they were.
Made it come to life.
He made it come to life. And if it wasn't for Marlon and the warehouse, you know what I'm saying, there would be no Monae Media. So I believe that everything happens for a reason.
It's dope, because I was like, okay, so she was just running 3 or 4 shows. She had to make sure the Kings was organized, these crazy, whatever they was called, the late, what was it called? What was it?
Cocktail Lounge?
Cocktail Lounge, and this.
Yeah.
And then she got her show.
Artists, you know what I'm saying?
And then these two got their show. She just consolidated and threw this shit away and said, me.
I did, and I had to.
I like that.
I really had to.
Because it's the character, it's the personality that, you know, it's the personality, the person that caught us. You know what I mean? You can tell by that person's personality and their character if they could do what you need them to do. Even if they never did it before, if you show them what they need to do, you can tell by that person they got that drive.
Right.
To make that happen. I saw that in you, so.
Appreciate you, you know.
Now,
listen. how much has the industry transitioned through the many years of your career? Okay, with TikTok, with YouTube, you know, people pulling beats off of the internet. You know what I mean? We ain't coming to each other no more.
I ain't gonna get all complicated because that's like Michael Jordan is better than who they say Kobe Bryant or LeBron James type of conversation. I'm gonna leave it at this.
All right.
We went from 2 turntables and a microphone to a motherfucker with a phone. Now he can talk in it and make a hit record. So that's the transition from where I saw it.
Wow.
It was 2 turntables and a microphone. Now it's a phone and some
20,000 viewers. So do you think because it's so easy, because music has changed and the things that they're talking about this generation, do you think that they don't have to search so deep to get what they want? They don't gotta work for it.
You got more quantity but less quality. You feel what I'm saying?
Good words.
So the masses gonna always win. There's gonna be some good apples in there, but the masses, if you flood the masses, some of this oatmeal gonna win, gonna get through, you know. But there's some people right here with some eggs and sausage and bacon back here. It's gonna always because here's the core of it. Hammer and those cats and people back then, they sold millions and millions of records back then. They actually sold records. We actually bought records before CDs. We actually spent $15. Those dudes sold like 100 million records back then, right? So those fans cannot leave. That's why hip hop is still alive. I'm older than rap, but I still listen to it. So I'm part of those 100 million motherfuckers who got into rap. So no matter what, there's still gonna be people who listen to it. It's just the variety they gave us now. You know what I mean? And it's like the supply and demand.
Yeah,
knock off Gucci, real Gucci.
I even though we have all these things, like I'm not, savvy all like that, but I love doing my work. I love doing my homework. Just that drive to like, oh, I need to figure out how to do this. Oh, I don't pick up my phone and I more so would rather drive there. You know what I'm saying? Or I want to talk to you personally on the phone. I don't want to text about business. Yeah. Like, I'm really old school. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Interviews off of the Zoom meeting.
And a lot of people ask me to do Zooms, and I don't want to do that.
It's efficiency, not efficiency these days, because it's the fastness, not the patient right way. You know what I mean? It's the fast. Let's just get it there and get it out.
Well, you gotta love the process. The process is what makes it so great.
So if you could take our process and way of thinking and put it with the whatever the hell they want to call all of this stuff, the patience, when you dial into that with this music stuff, then you become a Jedi, and you could, you use the technology to your advantage. But you have to stay self-grounded and don't forget, the core of it.
You talking.
You know what I'm saying? You can't forget the core of it. Because unfortunately, not even unfortunately, technology, society, we grow. And they've made it easier. Humans want things easier. You know what I'm saying? I want the same car you got. My shit may not run like yours, but it looked like your 1987 classic, but my shit's a 2021. But in a minute, it's gonna run like shit after I run it. You know, and your 1981 is classic, is still running. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where we at.
Man, I love the old school way.
It's flooded. They flooded the like the rap. The music is not even music anymore. It's just it's a marketing tool to the brain. I mean, it's not even. It's totally different. I come from a time where here's the rap song or here's the music, and the artist is not even in the video. The video is a whole fucking different thing. Like, what the fuck this song got to do with this video?
A party.
And the artist's not even in the video.
Right.
So that's where we come from that time.
Booties. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't Soul Train no more.
We wouldn't even, I mean, Luke made his move, but Luke kind of came in And then he went away because the gangster rap and the rap just took off. They wasn't trying to hear it. Luke niggas was going to jail because they was on stage and Luke girls was twerking.
He wasn't strong enough though.
No, you know, but now look, somebody else is getting credit and all this for the twerking and all that. They was doing that shit in the late 80s and 90s.
Right. Okay. I remember.
You know what I mean? You go to a Two Live Crews concert. If you get on stage after them girls get through dancing with you, you're going to jail. Mm-hmm. They was shutting it down. That girl come up there and twerk on you, going to jail. Now look. Wow. So it's the technology with the, you know, it's not even the music no more. It's the culture. It's kind of like our culture has been bottled up. Mm-hmm. It's just my opinion.
Oh, I want to hear.
The culture's been bottled up to where all the elements are the ingredients in this bottle, and we're gonna serve it to the public. Mm. You know what I mean? The music, the womp, and as a humans, we want shit easier. We want to go out there and slave and work to get paid to live a good life. We want it easier, so okay.
A lot of people don't understand though.
Yeah, you're not supposed to work hard for your shit and all this. There's too many tools, too many things for you to have to do that these days.
You have to.
That accountant is not going to get in her book and write all these numbers down like they used to back in the day. She's going to go over here to this word processor, e-book, and hit it, and it's going to do everything. You feel me?
Yeah, I understand.
Because today, if they walk into the accounting building and you doing accounting and your daughter's doing accounting, she's using Word and you're writing with a number 2 pencil, they finna fire you. Hey, baby, can you teach her, darling? Can you show her what you're doing? You know what I'm saying?
Trust me, I go to them a lot.
But for us, that's like the lazy way.
It is to me, yeah. To us, yes.
We conditioned to thinking like, man. How you know that computer right?
Exactly.
No, that's real talk. How you know that computer is right? Even when I'm doing music, there's a button that says tune the whole song up to the right key. Fuck that. I hit it. I'm like, man, that don't sound right, man. Let me get my guitar. But I'm knowing this is what this program is designed for and designed to do. But still, I second guess that. So that's the condition of it with our music. We would never listen to how you go to a club. I'm gonna go to a club and ask you to dance and just playing some of that shit they playing on. Where the hell we go? Ha.
I don't know. I have not.
I start doing all this shit and doing this like an airplane finna take off, right? That's just what you gonna do. Laugh at me.
All you need to
You gonna laugh at me. You gonna laugh at me.
True.
Yeah, all the little dance moves and everything. TikTok. That was yeah.
So
at the dances, school dances.
So all of that is part of what has happened with our music.
Yeah, they're doing so much.
So I try to stay in my lane.
Yeah, me too. Me too. But I really appreciate you having me here and letting me kind of get some history. I've been up here before a couple times, a couple sessions.
It was just the floor. It was cold in here.
No, probably. Yeah, you didn't have the carpet.
This shit was over here. This shit wasn't even here.
It was over here?
Yeah, it was in the middle of the floor.
Yeah.
I got electricity and heat now. Heaters.
It's cozy.
It's the environment.
Yeah, I love it. You got the outside, you got the kids outside playing, the lawnmowers going. All those things remind me of when I was a kid, being over at Grandma's house. And it's hard for me these days because, it's like everybody's family lives so far apart or everybody's doing their own thing. And it's like we all forgot about where we came from sometimes.
Sometimes I get bougie. You know what I'm saying? I was bougie the night we went to the SSM.
Seattle Sound Music Awards?
Yeah.
Hey, we was in there.
We kicked their ass.
Oh,
yeah.
We was in there fly.
That was kind of like, that's about as bougie as I'm going to get. You know what I'm saying? But
so you are watching Monae Media on YouTube and you're listening to SeattleHipHopRadio.com. And I am sitting here with Baldy Loc, Unc, Anthony Alexander.
You better listen to him.
California to Seattle, you know, for the last 100 years. You know what I'm saying? Been in the game for a long time, you know, and from the hood, you know, been working on music. You got albums.
One night me and King Tut went out to Scoochie's. That's OG right there, though.
Right, for real.
I look, she's like, what, nigga, what you know about that? Yeah. Yeah.
So you have albums out?
Yeah, right now, all platforms. Let me see. So, oh shit, I do.
Oh, he got to look. You know.
Oh, I have the Out of the Blue album.
Okay.
That's on all platforms.
Okay.
Y'all would say Darrell. Ooh, you guys got to tune in. Y'all would say Darrell. He's on all platforms. That's an R&B cat.
Okay.
He's dope. The P Union. Flush It, that's on all platforms. Oh, Triple H Boogie, that's on all platforms. Serious the Game, Deucey, that's on all platforms. The Smile. So that's 5, and I have another one coming out.
And so you produce all these albums?
A lot of songs
on.
Okay, the Smile CD I produced all by myself, except one song, me and Sauce Gordon. Shout out to Sauce G. My album, oh hell. I had hella producers on my album. You know what I'm saying? I had RC on there, I had Bink on there, Rockefeller, myself, shit, hella.
We know a lot of the same people.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
That album, I had a lot of guys on. The P Union, the band, we did that. Binkie's album, he did that with the band. Ace Boogie's album, I produced all of that except one song.
Wow.
Shit.
You know, a lot of these people that you have mentioned, I have already interviewed. So you can check those shows out on my YouTube, Monae Media. And a lot of those people that you said, also, I have interviews coming up. So if you want to share your story, your experiences on Monae Media, man, hit me up. I promise you, you know what I'm saying?
Have you interviewed Wojak yet?
We're working on it. We have been busy, so we haven't got a date.
Wojak.
Whoa, know what's up. Whoa, know what's up.
I suggest Wojak, Silver Shadow, and the Kulop crew. Kitty and Giorgio.
I'm gonna come see what's up.
And see, that's when I retire from the music and I get into your field, I'm gonna come work for you. What I want to do is get all the people that have the big companies and are the guys, the ghetto presidents, the Kind Loves, you, Hodge. I want to be the guy who have you guys on. I don't know what this show is called, but there's a little British old man, and he sits in the middle of a thing, and he gets the people, and they sit on this. So
you can get all of us at a round table?
No, interview you guys, you know, like you doing me. But you know what show I'm talking about? It's like he's from London or somewhere, and the people sit back. It's like he's kind of classy. You sit there and talk to him. He talks with an accent, and the people sit around. I can't think of the name of the show, but he has all the people like David Letterman and all those cats on the show.
Oh, okay,
so I want to get all the people. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm on your show, fuck that. I want to get you. You know what I'm saying? Hodge, like he got that. I want to get him on there. The guys from, I want to get E's Way, all the people that do their thing. Give them a chance to pump their shit.
Everybody is doing a lot of things in the community, you know.
We were the first urban solution, and we came out and we kicked ass, and then you guys, COVID came. I don't know what the fuck happened, but we came out and we were, hey.
And I think this Sunday they're having a. You want to tell them about that?
Oh, they're having what do they call it? They having a
business fair.
Business fair, but what do you call it? Well, you got booths out there. Come to the. Well, you know the address? You remember it?
Oh
shit!
I'll look it
up.
Your
show.
Go ahead and talk for a minute. I'm
come
look
out
it
to
up
the
right
Urban
now.
Solutions. She's gonna get the
in
address.
Federal Way.
In Federal Way, there's booths. There's merchandise.
Yeah, you can say your
food,
business, whatever.
Business, whatever you want.
You can set up a booth.
Music. DJ Raw One is out there.
Oh, it's gonna be good. What time does it start? 1 o'clock, or
11 to 6.
Oh, 11 to 6, Sunday, Federal Way. Let me get the Addy real quick.
Address.
I apologize.
We used to know it by heart, huh? Remember that?
Man, I knew where to go. That's what I will say. I knew exactly where to pull up to.
I'm proud of you, though. I'm gonna tell you, I like the way this came together. I like what's going on. And
hold on 1 second before I forget.
There it is. Yeah, you got the flyer. That was a dope little commercial he did.
Hold on. Yeah. Man, I'm working on something. I got projects coming. So can you tell everybody we're in our last 15 minutes? So if you could let everybody know how to get a hold of you, exactly what it is that you do.
At Old Man Loc. That's it.
I
don't sell
Facebook,
beats.
I mean, tell them what you do.
You can't find no instrumentals from me online. I don't have no sound clicks or none of that kind of shit. So you just gotta follow me, baldyloc.com, or you can follow me at Anthony Alexander on Facebook. I got about 3 Facebooks.
Yes, you do.
I
didn't know who to tag
Just go to
today.
my Instagram at Old Man Loc, or go to my Twitter, Baldy Loc.
How's your Twitter going?
I don't even mess with my Twitter. I have never even. I just hit that thing. It says, "Oh, and my Twitter little bird is on here." I never even mess with my Twitter.
We need to.
We do, huh?
We need
I see it all the time on TV.
We need to. A lot of people.
I want to get into TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah. Who knows how to edit the TikTok stuff?
So, I brought my interns with me today, Karina and Selena. You know,
because the TikTok started out as for the kids, it was their thing, but then all of a sudden,
the adults,
happened,
they're
and the
getting
adults
views.
took over the TikTok, and it just went crazy.
TikTok is where it's at right now.
TikTok is a wild.
So, come support your local businesses, small businesses, Black Business Vendors Fair, June 6th, which is this Sunday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Urban Solution Radio, 33919 9th Avenue in Federal Way, Washington. So I will be there. Oh, yeah, I will be there. I will be there. I will be there. So
I'm going to do interviews to the vendors.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I'm going to interview the vendors and the stars that come through there, the local celebrities.
The celebrities. Oh,
So
we
you
about to
better be
pull
ready.
up. Oh,
You better pull up.
Listen, I stay ready.
Okay,
So I gotta get ready.
I get to flip the script. But no, you know, I'm really proud of you. For real, man. All the way across the board on some other shit that ain't, you know, whatever the fuck. All the way across the board, homie. Like, how can you not be? I haven't did an interview or talked to nobody or know nothing in 3 years. Everybody was asking me.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you. It's absolutely an honor.
Everybody was asking me, and I was like, no. And then once you did this, I was like, there we go.
Yeah.
I'm going to let her build it up.
Yeah. It's the right time.
But
It's
I
the
am
right
proud
time.
of you.
Thank you. So, what can you share with this generation of artists?
Pimpin' ain't easy, homie.
Hey, this is Baldy Loc, okay? This is Unc. You know, he gonna say and do whatever it is that he want to. It is okay.
On some real shit, I succeeded and I failed a lot. I probably failed more times than I succeeded, but I didn't stop. You know what I'm saying? No matter what nobody said, if I believed in what I was doing and I'm doing it, I didn't stop. So you're not gonna can't always win. The best winners gotta lose, because they gotta know how to accept that.
Facts.
You know, if you don't know how to accept the loss, then you're gonna be fucked up. That's like being 25 and getting some coochie for the first time. It's over with. You know what I mean? That's the real shit stuff. So you have to don't quit, no matter what. If you believe in what you're doing in yourself, there's always sacrifices, and you won't see them. You won't even know you're making a sacrifice till you succeed.
But that success feels so much greater.
Yeah, so I never stopped. I mean, look.
Just keep going.
Look at what we,
what we've done.
We had a show. We was with the network. I'm his first cousin. I'm his little cousin. I was the first one to change.
Yeah.
So that was because of that. And it had, I knew and seen and,
We know.
I got to believe in myself.
Yes.
And no matter Even if it's your brother, your sister.
Doesn't matter who it is. Your closest people is gonna be your biggest haters.
But nobody's gonna believe in you like you.
Exactly.
Even you know, it's been some shit that I did and my dad high-fived me. And he kind of was like, that nigga's character, boy. I've been knowing you before you came out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I accomplished it because the challenge and just for myself. So there's some things and some people, you know. So one thing I never did was stop. I took some losses, some gains, ups and downs, some falls, changes, but don't stop.
You've been through a lot. You've experienced a lot. You've done a lot. And you have lots more to go.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm not going nowhere.
Nah.
Man, I've been through 2 riots, about 8 fucked up presidents, bird flu, swine flu, coronas, AIDS, crack epidemic, gang banging, you know what I'm saying, terrorists.
Wow.
Rodney King, OJ. You know what I'm saying?
You went through all of that.
I'm right here.
And you still here.
I'm here, man.
Still moving.
So, and that's real shit. Because all of those things I just talked about, some kind of way it had an effect in my life. You know what I'm saying? Just even if it was just being a black man.
Yeah.
Just it had some type of effect on my life to where it was part of my motivation. And,
you have to use your struggle and the things that you go through as your motivation. That should be your fuel. You know what I'm saying? To just keep going.
Yeah.
You know? Look, I just thought about that. You know, like putting gas in your car. Got to be your fuel to keep going. You know, you gotta have gas to keep moving. You know what I'm saying?
See, you got a daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So you pride yourself as a woman and being a woman. That's your offspring, so you gotta get at. You trying to get at to that, you gotta get at to that. I got 2 boys. You know what I'm saying? So I had to. At some point, a real nigga, a real man, you gonna understand that those are your biggest admirers, and you gotta give them an example all the way across the board.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
they're watching your every move.
You gotta discipline yourself to understand that.
Discipline is a big word.
You gotta discipline yourself.
It's a big word. I discipline myself daily. Daily. I challenge myself. Daily. It's not easy. You know, I'm up at 4:30 in the morning, and then sometimes I don't even get to sleep until 10. I might sleep until 6, but we ain't gonna tell anybody that. But I think we gonna almost be close. So
last night was rough for me, and knowing I was trying to be on at 6 and 1 because I was in here by myself working. I was getting high and shit. Last night I smoked so much weed that I fell asleep on the floor, on my floor. But yeah, I never have done that. Like just smoke weed. I was working. I was fired. I'm telling you, I had anxiety about.
You was excited about today?
Yes, and I was in here working and making music. I just smoked so much weed, man. I passed out when I woke up. My phone was buzzing, and it was Jake. Like, hey, are you gonna log in? Hey, you doing the show today?
Jake is funny. Shout out to Jake Brew.
6:05, buddy. Oh shit, let me get on here.
Just. Oh wow. So man, it's absolutely a pleasure and a blessing. You know, I haven't seen you since.
What did that say, Mama?
Sunshine.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen you since, you know, it's been a minute.
Hey.
You know, I was a little bit uncomfortable at first, you know what I'm saying, when I stopped being at Urban Solution Radio.
Why?
Well, no, but I'm just saying, because I didn't know, you know, I honestly didn't know the relationship between you and Hodge, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know the whole in-depth inner thing about what really was going on.
Yeah, that's my big cousin. He raised me in the streets of LA. You know what I'm saying?
It's all respect.
Yeah, he taught me this, you know, shit. I didn't have no big brother. I had a big sister. So he taught me, you know, you should never feel uncomfortable. I just try to tell y'all, hey, that's it. I just try to tell y'all, you know, look, this is what I'm doing. You You know what I'm saying?
So this is the last part of it. I'm gonna let you say what you want to say. And thank you.
Thank you.
Man, it's absolutely a pleasure.
Hey, first of all, y'all need to tap in with Monae Media. If you ain't got your interview on, you need to tap in with that.
I am booked through the month of June, so
you need to get in line, whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
Shouts out to the P Union. That album is coming any day now on all platforms. Out of the Blue, Old Man Loc is on all platforms right now. Triple H Boogie is on all platforms right now. Binky Womack is on all platforms. Yavase Darrell is on all platforms. Smile Series The Game is on all platforms, man. And I have a album coming out called Unauthorized.
Unauthorized?
Yes. And it's got Seattle and California and Arizona artists on it. And it's gonna be a double CD.
We'll be ready.
It's gonna be a double CD. You're gonna hear guys that you wouldn't even expect to be together on certain,
I'm
certain
excited.
songs and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna drop that probably July 4th.
You heard it first on Monae Media. Anthony Alexander.
Shout out to everybody, too many of y'all.
And you are watching Monae Media on YouTube, and you are listening to SeattleHipHopRadio.com. And until next time.
Peace.